Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Pisces, we're doing release and receive in this series of readings. So we're going to see what the universe is asking you to let go of, or what the universe might help you let go of, so that there's something that you can receive, that you can bring into your life. So it is an exchange of energy, of cycles. We're going to look into that with a few different decks. For the release, I've combined my God and Titan deck and my Dark Goddess deck. So we're going to use that combination for the release. For the receive, I have combined my Starseed Oracle deck and my Goddess Wisdom deck. And then we're going to look at the energy between your release and your receive. And I've got, maybe there is anxiety between that, but I've got my Energy Oracle deck to do that. Now, I'm deviating a bit here. I was pre-shuffling and I've been using my Murder of Crows tarot for everyone else up to this point. But I kept seeing, sort of like in my mind's eye, the Fountain Tarot. Oh, look at Justice. It was the right choice. So I pre-shuffled the Fountain Tarot for you, which is a very watery tarot to me. So maybe it will relate the messages more appropriately for y'all, Pisces. So let's get started and see what your release is, Pisces. What is the release for Pisces? What is the release for my Pisces friends? Oh, you guys had a really good reading last week, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Let's see. Oh, actually, that's so, it's interesting that I would say that, because it was more like fortune cookie stuff last reading that I did. It was a little bit like, you know, predicting your future and what you had coming forward. And that's what kind of drove me to do the release and the receive, because I thought, well, if people have some really good cycles and opportunities coming towards them, wouldn't it be great to prepare for that? So that was kind of like the idea behind this reading. It's kind of funny that I would mention that to you specifically. So you're all ready for your release. Yeah, let's get rid of it, Cindy. Wow, the Jade Emperor organization. Somebody else had this. Now, this is interesting. I'm seeing this card as prioritizing in your life. So, you know, if your house is kind of messy or the dishes haven't been done, but somebody gives you a call or somebody knocks on the door and says, hey, we're all going to the beach. Did you want to come? Oh, God, today was supposed to be my cleaning day. It's almost like, yeah, I'm coming. Like, I'm getting that, like just kind of releasing that need to perhaps organize things or to be very organizational. I wish I could remember who else pulled the exact same card, which is, I think, kind of impressive, really, because look at this stack. Like, for, you know, another zodiac to pull out exactly that card. Yeah, the chances of that are pretty rare, but here you go. You've pulled it out. It also, as well, the Jade Emperor to me is someone who compartmentalizes things, parts of their life. Being just the word emperor as well. If we look at both of these, like jade is something that is associated with wealth and prosperity and abundance. I just top of my head, I don't know, it's like I have like little guides that tap. Sometimes my mom experiences the same thing. It's like somebody is tapping on my head. It drives me crazy. I don't know why they're doing that now. They haven't done that in like a good year or so. Anyways, at some point it'll make sense. Back to you. So prosperity, abundance, finances, and the Emperor. So a leader, and a strong leader at that. So somebody who's even maybe accomplished something. And it could be like in your life. You may not be the head of an organization or a company or a business or anything like that. But it could be how you're leading your family or your life around you. And being like kind of releasing that, letting it go. Being a little more open to the possibilities that present themselves to you as your day moves on, as opposed to sticking to what the plan was today. Oh, Jesus, support. Now this is interesting. No man, no woman, no child left behind, I get with Jizu. But that's part of the release. No one left behind. There's a really strong sense of servitude to others with this, with the Jade Emperor and Jizu. Very Asian energy too. I believe Jizu is Japanese and the Jade Emperor I think was Chinese. So very, very Asian, if that means something to somebody as well. I also want to say there's typically, and I don't think it's stereotypical, but I think there is a very strong sense of community and focus on like particular priorities, like in the Asian culture. Like this is coming out really strong, like almost something that you it's your vow to do this. There's putting a priority over responsibility before, you know, perhaps more personal endeavors that you would want to experience, to go out. So again, like this is the release though. So it's really quite interesting. And this Jizzo card though, you've definitely been doing something where there's a sense of sacrifice of yourself for other people here. And because it's Jizzo too, you don't have any shadow goddess coming up, and it's reversed. The transformation energy is actually what sits next, and it is dark goddess, shadow goddess energy, but it's reversed. So it almost sort of feels like, yeah, you've been holding off, completing some sort of transformation for yourself so that you could complete some sort of calling or servitude. I'm just really getting that, like service to a community or a group or others or your family. So release that. So kind of feels like doing something for you perhaps. So let's see what the receive is. Now the other thing I will say about this, I don't know yet, it hasn't come out, but I have noticed it, and even just through my experience and probably your own in life, is when you do give an awful lot of yourself to anything, to a person, a group, sometimes they can become codependent on that energy and that service. So sometimes you could have this release, and you could have a receive that could have some sort of envy or hard feelings even. I don't know, because you're doing something really, really good, but it feels like you're kind of releasing yourself from that responsibility. Some people are going to miss that energy in its lightest form too. Some people are just going to miss it. So what is the receive? What is the receive, Pisces? What does Pisces receive? What does Pisces receive energy? What does that say? Hyriath? Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Wow. I'm so glad I picked the Fountain Tarot for you. This is a very spiritual receive. Beautiful. Connecting, downloading, receiving from the divine. Where this feels like really kind of like, you know, working very hard in the 3-dimension. Looking after things, the Jade Emperor. You're talking about physical abundance. You're talking about physical leadership. This is your spiritual, like, this is beautiful. I really don't know what this word is. Hyriath? I've never seen that before. And I don't know if it's a word in the English language that I don't know, or if it's something to do with a particular, like, star system. Did anything else flip? The cards felt funny just as that came out. I don't think so. What's at the bottom? Alliance. Well then, this is associated with the receive. So some sort of an alliance here. Longing for home, connecting with something that could be an alliance just with spirit and your soul. I'm really getting a sense of download. Homesick for the stars. So whatever this does feel like some level of sacrifice with Jizzo. Support organization. Those are the 2 words with Jizzo and Jade Emperor. Support organization. So do you work for an organization that supports others in some way? Have you been supporting other people's organization in their lives? Again, this all feels very sort of like Virgo energy. Very practical. Even with the Emperor too, a little bit of that Capricorn energy. It's very earthly. It's a very, very grounded earthly energy. So you're going to release that, however that shows up in your life, and you're going to be receiving what it is that you long for. So that's interesting. It's what you long for. What sort of sits deep inside I'm hearing your tummy, and makes you Pine for something greater in your life. And it does have something to do with an alliance. So let's see where this keeps going. Oh, energy oracle deck. Energy oracle deck. So let's see what the energy is that sits between the release and the receive. Energy that sits between Pisces release and receive. Oh, that came out fast. Y'all are ready to talk this morning. Woman holding a heart. Well, that's beautiful. Oh, and it just feels, this just feels so flamboyant and so expressive and so artistic and creative and poetic. It's just like this beautiful, beautiful part of you, this expressive part of you. Being able to wear your heart on your sleeve, being able to guide yourself with your heart. I love the big butterfly on her forehead. Ooh, and just thinking about that area, like your sixth chakra, your third eye, your creative imagination, just the ideas bursting through. I did kind of get with this card the download, like receiving downloads that perhaps have been blocked off because energetically you haven't been prepared to do anything with those downloads. So coming into a period where you're able to do something with your creative spark, with your downloads, with yeah, it's beautiful. This is not so much wearing your heart on your sleeve, but wearing your heart through service. Regardless to with Jizzo, because nobody's left behind here. This could be people that you particularly may not agree with, people that you may not see eye to eye on certain things in. So again, it does feel like it has something to do with, you know, requirements of you. I mean, when you're working too, there are certain things, certain lines that you need to toe because you need to be impartial, or it kind of has that feeling where this is more like what it is you want to do. The storm warning. Wow, and that's it. Big change. A big change. Well, that's a big shift too. Yeah, your transformation that's been sitting in reverse. It's been held back. Coming forward. All right, let's get into the tarot, Pisces. And you got the fours, the 4-4. 4-4. The 10, the 20. Gonna get warm here this week. Gonna get hot actually. My allergies are starting to bother me a little bit. I always forget about that part. Canada is one of those places where we get all 4 seasons. Sometimes spring is really short, but they like those seasons are, they're there. You're feeling each one. And then through winter, I love doing winter sports and things like that. But I don't know, come like March, end of February, kind of done with it. And you're just praying for days like this. And they finally come and you're, achoo, achoo, achoo. What the hell was I thinking? What was I thinking? All right, let's see. The first card goes in the middle here for the energy that's sitting between. Well, thank you very much. You're very cooperative today, Pisces. Oh, look at this. Queen of Coins. I told you it was very pentacle-y, very earthy, very Virgo, very Capricorn is kind of really what I'm picking up. It's funny, I'm not really picking up Taurus energy for some reason. Yeah, I am. Okay, anyway, so Queen of Coins. So that's the energy sitting between. It definitely could be like the Queen of Coins too. I would denote as someone who is a professional. Could be a professional, right? I see both. Well, I see all of the queens and kings of having the capacity of being a professional on some level. But what they're doing with that professionalism, like the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords could be a professional, but it's a very sterile. You know, it could be a lawyer, a doctor. It's very clinical. The Queen of Wands could be a very creative professional, an entrepreneur, very creative. But, you know, I kind of get that's the energy that you would be moving towards. And even the Queen of Cups. Like, it's a really different type of service where the Queen of Coins here, there's a sense of nurturing because she's a very nurturing individual. He or she is a very nurturing individual. They're using a lot of their feminine energy to look after people, but in an organized way, in a practical way, there is stability in this situation, so you can feel safe in this, right? Is with the Queen of Coins, where if the whole world is kind of chaotic and crazy, or somebody's going through something that's very unpredictable, their life feels unpredictable, it's kind of chaotic and messy, but you come in with the Queen of Wands, that's not necessarily going to make anyone feel better. It's like, no, I don't need more of that in my life right now. So you're kind of like, I see you as having this very stable and supportive leadership role right now. And but you're switching this to, even I want to say, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, moving into your, particularly too, like your psychic abilities, really pulling on those to be creative. So we're going to see what the tarot cards are for the release and the tarot cards for the receive. Moving basically from holding a coin, Jade Emperor, to holding a heart, holding a cup, holding a wand. Oh, he was in the right. The Hanged Man. Your self-sacrifice. The King of Coins. My goodness. The Nine of Cups. I love this. Like, wow. It's almost like watching for the sun to rise on a moment. No, it's like watching for the sun to set on a cycle and for expecting the sun, you know, to rise, because it does every day. If that changes, we'd all be pretty freaked out. You got the Hanged Man. This is like the sun setting. You've been watching and waiting and anticipating this moment. So perhaps you've been planning for a little while. You know what? I need to step away from this part of my life coming up, whatever that could be. I need to give myself more time for being a Pisces. Being a Pisces. And look at this, the King of Coins. I feel like kind of boxed in with this too. Look at the shining glory. On some level too, there's like attention is given to you, but you know, the attention, the admiration, it's kind of boxed in. It makes you feel boxed in. It's really a very tiny element of who you are that people see through whatever this responsibility is that you've taken on in your life, that sounds like you're getting ready to let it go. Yeah, people don't see like all aspects of you. Your shining glory is just this coin, this achievement of perhaps this Emperor. But the Emperor is the embodiment of all the kings in the tarot. So rightly so, this will only be one aspect of you. And look at you moving towards the cups. Here we are, the Nine of Cups. Seeing the sun setting on an element of what represents you right now, but is not you as a whole. The receive. Oh, geez. All I saw was a naked woman. You're going to sunbathe in the nude, or you're going to find a naked woman. I don't know. This is so funny. This is like the only thing that I saw was this like woman all naked. So I don't know. Could be good things for you. The World. Completion of a cycle. Knowing that you've completed something the best way that you could. You've taken it to fruition. You've taken it as far as you could. And you've found some level of success in this. Knowing when to quit. Knowing when to quit at the top of your game. That's such an interesting message that came in with that. Yes. That is not something that you really hear about talked very often, or, you know, like someone, particularly an athlete, when somebody, and it's not to say that one is wrong and one is not wrong, because if someone wants to continue doing something that they do and love until the point that they're just like the worst at it because they've gotten so old and they're just, you know, worn out and tired, God bless them. They're still, their heart is in it, right? Like there is no wrong or right. But this is the feeling of, you know, you're exiting while you're still on top is what this feels like in that success somehow. You're exiting while you're still on top. So you're not wearing out your welcome, whatever that means. You're not wearing out your welcome. There is an element like exiting this. There are some people that will feel sad about losing this energy. But it's in a good way. The King of Wands. There you are. See? I knew it. Yeah. So really, it's a very masculine aspect of yourself that you're dealing with. is leading you. I would say is leading you through these changes. So being practical, strategizing, looking for openings, taking advantage of these things, you know, just being like on your game, as opposed to, now this part of you is receptive. This is the more receptive part of you, even sort of like nurturing yourself, because this energy can be kind of tiring if you're in masculine energy all the time, because you're kind of always doing, you got the Jade Emperor and Jizzo too, right? Like nothing feminine came out. None of these, actually, none of these cards are feminine. This is, no, that's masculine. I would say that's a very masculine figure. They're all masculine, except the naked woman in your receive. So what for that to be? Nurturing. Maybe the alliance is with someone very feminine here. That's interesting. The alliance is with someone very feminine, because you had that, and it's this card. I wasn't sure how that was coming through, what this alliance was with. You're closing off one part of your life where you, I mean, you yourself might be quite a masculine person. You might have a lot of cardinal energy in your chart, you know, so you're always initiating and doing that. Like, you know, it just could be you. You could yourself identify as masculine. There's definitely an aspect here of the in-between these two parts is an alliance with something very feminine that has some sort of equal balance with you, with the King and Queen of Coins. But here you are, the King of Wands. This is like coming out of the shadows, coming out of the box that you've been contained in. Your creative energy and driving yourself forward with that. Oh, this is an alliance. Look, you have the Two of Cups. You receive this Two of Cups. It's beautiful. It's, oh, this homesick energy. Spending time with someone or doing something that speaks from the pit of your soul. Like, you know this, you feel this in you, like you don't feel anything, like you've never felt anything. It could be the desire to create something with the universe. And I talk about downloads. Like, I've talked about Einstein before with Pisces, and I didn't even realize he was a Pisces until the first time I think I brought him up. But now I know, because people said in the comments. But like, I always think like people like that have some level of genius, and even like musicians and artists and poets. A lot of this is ourselves removing the ego and connecting to something much more ingrained in truth, in reality, the cosmos, and in doing something creative with that. So that could be something that you're doing. This could be connecting with someone who is definitely like a strong, strong soulmate connection that I would feel with this. An alliance, coming into some sort of an alliance with them, or the moon. I love this moon card. I think it's my favorite moon card in all the decks. 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. There's something on the other side of this moon energy. You have to really defend your dreams here. Look at this. And the moon is very dreamy. Like your dreamscape, your psychic abilities. And I'm getting these are, oh God, what are these things called again? You know, they're that, what the hell are they called? It's not a post or a pillar. You know, they come up out of the ground and they've been found. They have been found or seen in odd places. What the heck are those called? Anyways, I feel like they're the symbol of some sort of energetic or information shift that occurs. Like, almost like it could be the reason for the missing link in different points of evolution. Like, how is something all of a sudden just like this? And there's nothing that we can find so far that links these two periods together. And all of a sudden there's just this capacity for a species to do this? How did that just like happen like that? It looks like you just like one day the sun set and the next day the sun rose and the species was no longer climbing trees. And there's just something very monumental about this change and this shift for you. A monolith, that's what it's called. Monumental, monolith. That's what it is. And it comes up out of the water. It's calling you. It's like a cycle that you're meant to enter in. And the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. I don't know what this dream is, but I'm telling you, is there conflict around it? Do you have to prove, and I don't want to say, do you have to prove? You don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person you really should prove anything to is yourself. But whatever this is, there definitely is a feeling of either competition or people being rivals for it, or kind of like a naysayer energy. It's curious. It's a lot of fire. It's a lot of passion. But you're about to go into the energy that owns that runs it, that rules it. The King of Wands cannot be touched by the Seven of Wands or the Five of Wands. I mean, that's his show, baby. He's not, nobody's gonna take that. So, interesting. Do we want some teeny tiny tarot? I mean, let's look at the storm for one thing. This is a major change. I feel like it's kind of a major change in you or in your direction. A storm warning. What is this storm warning? It is the energy underlying the shift. The Nine of Cups. It's your dreams. It's going from a 9 to a 10, baby. Look at that. 9 of Cups. So it's your dream coming in. It's dismantling the things around you that do not support the dream. It's a good kind of like tower moment. It's a very good tower moment. It is dismantling the things around you that do not support your dream. The Hanged Man. Now there's that sense of jizzo, self-sacrifice, judgment. Like, but it's what you've been waiting for. As I say that, you get the Four of Swords with it. Yeah, it's what you've been waiting for. You're watching for the sun to set, knowing that it's going to rise in this way. Like the monolith energy. 1 minute, you're like chimps in the trees, and then the sun sets, and the next minute you've got opposable thumbs and you're using tools. What happened there? The King of Coins. The King of Coins. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, see, you're tired of being in that cycle. Yeah, it's enough of that. That is enough of that. You've done that. You've taken this cycle pretty much as far as you can take it. And then it kind of just becomes something that is continuously self-sacrificing of yourself with the Hangman. The Nine of Cups. Oh, see? Who is this Queen of Coins? I don't know. It's somebody you're going to alliance with. You're going to have an alliance with this energy. Because the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Cups is your wish, your dream, like moving towards that. And then, look, you're building with this Queen of Pentacles. It could be something too, like you could work with someone and you could both be working for the same organization and be talking about, you know, I've always thought it would be great to start a company on this, or to start a charity organization. Like, this is really beautiful though. I don't think this is something that you're going to start because I want to make more money than the company I'm in right now, and I want to take their competition, or like, it doesn't, oh, my neck is tight. I didn't do my stretches. It doesn't feel like that. It feels very spiritual. Very beautiful. But, you know, just maybe even talking back and forth with this person and having the same idea, having the same goals of like, we could build this together. We've got the experience, we've got the organizational skills, we're very supportive of one another. Like, it's quite interesting what you're about to create here. Let's learn more about this Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The Nine of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Oh my goodness. This person is in something. The Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. This person is having difficulty, or even just like there's a lot of overthinking about being able to move forward, having a new plan to have success. Or perhaps even feeling like this is a cycle that they do not want to work through anymore, because there's 2 pages. Almost like wanting something more airy and watery. So thought-provoking and intuitively guided. Starting something fresh. Building again. Building from scratch. Could be your energy transforming it. But I don't know. You have the... Let's look at the Alliance. This Alliance card. This Alliance card. Justice. Yeah, that was the underline when I showed you the pre-shuffle. 7 of Wands. And the Fool. It's defending some sort of a dream that you have with someone. It's a brand new beginning. Well, you certainly, that's good to have because you got the World. You're closing something off. Okay, let's look at the Naked Lady. The World card. The World card. The Naked Lady for Pisces is the reseal. Oh my God. I don't know what you're going to do. You got the Devil. I don't know. It's just funny. Like, it was the only thing I saw in that card at first. I was like, this is a naked lady. That's what you're receiving. I don't know. Maybe you're going to get naked with somebody. Get the Devil here. There's a lot of lust, possibly. And then the King of Wands coming out of the shadows. I'm just noticing, like, this one, a being that he's kind of coming out from behind almost looks like a monolith. Look at that. You can see the structure, like it has a 3-dimensional look to it. See that? This is something rising from the waters in the darkness and producing sunlight and clarity. The King of Wands. The Hangman. It's what you've been waiting for. It is your moment. You've been waiting for this moment. And the 2 of Cups. The Death card into the Ace of Pentacles. With definitely some sort of knowing about a major change in your life and a new beginning with the Naked Lady. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. The King of Swords, the Empress. Wow. Well, this is something you knew. Did I say that? You know this unequivocally. Like you know this from the pit of your soul. Yeah. Wow. Oh, an Emperor. So on some level too, like going from, because this is someone who protects things that are built, structures that are around them, protects it, organizes it. The Empress is who gives life. The Emperor protects the things that are given life. So it almost feels like you're protecting other people's dreams. You're protecting, organizing other people's dreams and hopes and projects. And so you're moving into the future. Your receive is you become the dream, the hope, the project. It could be the Naked Lady. I don't know. And that's it. Then we got the Wheel of Fortune and the 5 of Cups. So you can expect a change. And that's reversed, and 3 of Swords is what the reverse is behind that. So you can expect a change in terms of emotional satisfaction. Yes. She got the 9 of Cups coming up. Did you have it twice or 3 times? You had it twice. You had it with the Storm, and you got it there. And the 5 of Cups is disappointment emotionally. So you can expect some better feelings. But it's like but these better feelings are because you're doing something for you that feels really, really good. That's all I got, Pisces. I'm going to go do the extended. My friends, I'm going to ask for advice for you and possible outcomes should you follow that advice. Thank you so much, my Pisces friends. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.